Don't want to be late, do I? I'm live. I'm live. Well, I don't like to be late if I can help it. I like to be on time. It's not always possible, though, is it? My hair's sticking up. Look. Got my dressing gown.
Are we live?
We are live. We are live. Right. What we're going to do is we had a bit of iffyness with Fiona's phone, so I've got Fiona coming on as a guest, and she's going to go upstairs with the fireworks. It's too cold for me. Where's my hot water bottle?
I'll get it. Find it.
Because I've been cold a lot of the day today. I need to do some more star jumps in the morning, I suppose.
Yeah, you need to move around a little bit.
Move around a bit more.
So I'll start off down here.
So I can put that down there and that'll keep me warm. I'm not fast, it's just a water bottle.
Firstly, I wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone in Australia, New Zealand, and all that area as well, because I saw all the Happy New Years this morning from all the lovely people in Australia, and to Catherine the Great, particularly, and her team, and all the lovely ladies that have been giving plenty of pushback on X. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm back on X now. I'm not going to be posting anything because I always say the wrong thing and put my foot in it, but I'm just monitoring stuff.
Well, you deleted it,
see what's going on. I think you've only got 30 days, and if you don't read,
it's just so negative. The crap.
Oh, I know, it's terrible. It's all one person as well.
Oh, be quiet. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to transfer upstairs. I think I'll take a candelabra because it's a bit dark up there.
It is, but I mean, you want it dark when the fireworks start. Now, the thing is, we live in Spain. And come midnight, they're usually blast loads and loads of fireworks indiscriminately into the sky. Whereas in Gibraltar, you're not allowed to have fireworks, okay?
They have a display.
They have a government-controlled display because you're not leaving around.
Which is awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. It's brilliant.
And Gibraltar, despite being British, nobody does bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night, nobody.
Well, they wouldn't.
They just don't. They've never heard of it.
Do you know what they should have? They should have last great siege night.
Well, they've sort of got.
Or would that be rubbing Spain's nose in it?
It might be seen as rubbing Spain's nose in it, and you don't want to rub Spain's nose in anything because they get upset too easily.
So I teeter because I'm Team Spain, but I'm Team Gibraltar and I'm Team UK. So I'm a bit split. With the football, I admit, I don't watch football, but I was cheering Spain. And when I saw the king and the princess there and they'd won, and William was so sad. So half my heart was like, oh no. But the other half was like, yes, we won.
Maybe next time England, but yeah, I know what you mean. But I think I secretly was supporting England, you know.
You were. Because every time that Spain scored, I went, yeah. And you were totally silent. No,
well, I'm not really a football supporter. I'm not really into football. Oh, anyway, when you're going to be going upstairs,
myself.
If you join the link, and I'll put you in the green room, I'll get you up on the screen.
Okay, take me a minute or two to get the camera.
I'm going to say hello to everybody who's in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, I love that.
I'd suggest our Jen's in. There she is.
It was Bird on a Wire, I think. Mel Gibson and Goldie Hawn. And he did the Hong Kong.
I could have sworn that was Maverick, but I could be wrong because I'm an old fool. And I do get things wrong a lot. You know, your memory just, you know, I could have swore Goldie Hawn was in that film, Maverick, James Garner, Mel Gibson. No, it's Jodie Foster. And I'm like, no, I was adamant it was Goldie Hawn, but it wasn't. So it just goes to show over the years, you know, your memory fades. And you might even come out with completely the wrong information. So, you know, has anyone else got that or just me? Graham, I had a name change. I am 008. Okay. Imogen. Hello, Imogen. Nice to see you. Stevie B, Amy Jones, Faith and Braden. Happy New Year, Faith and Braden. They're come to see the fireworks. Of course, it's not midnight until 1 hour because UK is an hour behind, aren't they? So weird, isn't it, the way that the date changes all the way around the world? Yeah. But That's local time. That's how it works, isn't it? So it's we're still in the past because Australia's already in the future. You know, if you look at it that way, but it's all now, isn't it? It's a bizarre way of looking at it. Louise, not just you, Graham. Thank you, Louise. Pennsylvania, 6 hours to midnight. Yeah. Catherine, I'm in Canada. Yeah, another 6 hours. It's about 6 hours behind, isn't it, Eastern time? But then you've got different time zones across the states. So yeah. I wonder who gets it last? It must be Hawaii. Did Hawaii get it first or last? I don't know the answer to that. Because the international date line is not a straight line, is it? It wiggles around different islands. And that. I don't know. 3 minutes to go. Oh, we better get Fiona in. She's gone on the roof with her phone, but she's not in the green room yet. I have sent her the link. It's usually quite a good show, but I don't know how well it'll show. Oh, here she is, I think. It's very dark up there.
Some candles.
Okay, I've got you up there, Fiona. You can put the light on, but momentarily, I suppose, until the eruption starts.
Well,
we've got 3 minutes left. You always get the odd one going off prematurely. Negligent discharge. That's good. Yeah. That's good. That's good lighting.
Ooh.
Trevor's in mode. Say Happy New Year to Trevor. I haven't seen Trevor. I must have to scroll back up. I try to keep it at the bottom, otherwise I get too far behind with the comments. So easy to miss people's comments. It really is. So the plan is Fiona. Oh, you've frozen, Fiona. You've frozen and disappeared. Oh no, you're back. You're back. We're stretching the router out to its extent. Perhaps if you go into the garden and stand above the router, that might work better.
My candles might blow out. I was going to tell them about the ghost.
Oh yes, go on then. Tell them about the ghost.
Well, we've had a few episodes lately, haven't we, Graham?
We have.
We've actually got some shit on video.
Yes, we did.
Well, earlier this evening, I came up here to turn the heater on because I thought you were going to come up here with me. And Faith was staying up here. And she had the hairdryer. I mean, I don't think I can show you because it's quite dark. But I just turned the heater on. I went back downstairs. And like 10, 15 minutes later, I came back up to check something else. And the plug for the hairdryer slid across her desk and fell onto the ground, and I was nowhere near it. And that's one little thing that's happened in the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, isn't it?
It's weird. You had the cup knocked out of your hand and the
wine glass. Oh my God, yeah. You'll have to.
And I just put it down to you being drunk.
It was about 11 o'clock in the morning, you silly.
Oh yeah, well, you could have just still been hungover from the night before.
No. The glass that was smashed. Yeah, I was drunk there. I just dropped it.
Okay, stand by. It's 59. Make sure your door's unlocked.
At least the wind has dropped a bit. The thing is, I don't want to leave the door open too much, or we're going to lose all the hot air. I'll go outside.
Yeah, fair enough.
The first thing that normally happens, well, I'll go outside, is that all the boats honk their horns in honor of
there's the Bay of Gibraltar over there, and we got Morocco straight across the bay, and I think they're on the same time as the UK. I think
they're starting now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'll go up the front.
Yeah. It's 12 o'clock. It's 2025. Happy New Year, everybody.
Now, if you listen, can you hear the ships? They'll get louder. See all those lights? They're all ships. And they will start any minute. Don't fail me now, ships. Well, they're clearly not going to honk their horns. There we go. Thank you.
can't hear it very well from here.
You will, because they'll all join.
Where's the fire? We want the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks for a couple of minutes.
Why? Something they erupt at 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock.
It
Oh, here we
takes them
go.
a minute. Usually
We've got like the wick, haven't we?
Of course, it's quite nippy out here, actually. Is this a good spot?
Can't see anything.
Well, there's nothing happening yet. You'll have to do your tap dancing routine until they get their act together. Is that better?
Okay.
How's it been?
Nutmeg's on.
I'm just going to get my drink.
On. Margaret Kay. Linda Wagner. Lee Evans. Callie at Freedom. There's loads of people here, but we're just not seeing. I'm just not seeing the fireworks. Did nobody buy any fireworks this year? Oh, here we go. Things are heating up now.
Not really, no. I mean, like I say, in my experience, it can be like midnight by the time the bangs start. There's been loads of bangs overnight. Oh yeah, they start.
I can hear the bangs, but I can't see the fireworks.
You will. Don't worry, you will.
I think you're pointing the wrong way. You point the other way. Towards the town.
I'll try going right.
Yeah. Watch your step on those steps.
That's just some of them.
No, I think it. Can you hear me? I think it's frozen. It's too far away. Should have brought some data. Oh, that's better.
Okay, I'll go back down.
Be careful on those steps.
Fall off the roof.
Well, I can hear loads of bangs. But I'm just not seeing the. I got 25 quid worth of data on that. I expect. Oh, that's better. Happy New Year, Sandra. Ian Murphy, Ginger, Jen, Ria. Happy New Year. Yeah, we can see them now, some of them. Outskirts. Well, they're getting going now. 5 minutes late. Happy New Year, Caroline. Original look. Tabitha, Foxy, Elaine. Trevor's on. Hello, Trevor. Loads of love to you too, Imogen. I'm getting too hot now. Still the moon tea room. Happy New Year to you. Leah. Sandra Flowers, Christine, Ellie, Julianne Lewis, Linda Law. Do you have loads of fireworks in Brighton, Foxy? I can't remember. Yes, we're rubbing up now. They do sound like gunshots. I think you could fire a gun on New Year's Eve and no one would know, would they? It's just too many bangs. And they do sound very similar. Yes, keep your pets indoors, they don't like it. Where's my cat? She's next to the Christmas tree, look. She's unfazed. Looking a little bit concerned, but she's not panicking by any means.
Can you see them all right?
Yeah, we can see them well. Oh yes, the weather in the UK always plays a prominent role, isn't it? Sydney fireworks, yeah, that's always a good show, isn't it? Yes, this is Spain. Spain and Gibraltar's in the same time zone. We're an hour ahead of the UK. Yes, I can imagine if I was going into the sky in Texas, in the city, but it's still right in the desert.
Well, the smell of cornet up here is overwhelming.
They're not cheap, are they, fireworks? You know, they cost a lot of money.
What?
I say they're not cheap, are they, fireworks? They cost a lot of money.
I can't hear anything up here.
What? Wendy Wheeler, Happy New Year. Jam Scown. Roy. Shellingworth.
There's our neighbours.
Oh, give him a wave. Lynn Kilpatrick. Well done, Lynn. Holy Lapis Sky. Beyond Pink. It looks coffee. Sorry if I missed you out. It's all going. Don't Meg. Angela Hunter Wolf. just what happens to one at this time of year, isn't it? People just set bikers off. And...
Right, I think I'm going to come back down now. It's quite cold.
Okie dokie.
And they're going to keep this up.
They'll
They'll keep this up about 30 minutes, at least.
What? Oh, yeah. She's on the roof. She's upstairs. Liver was very nice, Imogen, yeah. Oh, it's not that cold there. I don't know exactly. Never gets that cold here. Maybe 10 degrees. I don't. I had a phone somewhere that used to tell me that sort of thing. Not sure where it is at the moment. Did you fit your fridge? No, I didn't, Sandra. I needed it felt cold today. I had to lie on the stove. But, it's still in the box in the hallway, so we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know
if you could remove me from the live, then I'll come back down. It's quite cold out there.
Okay, I was gonna. Yeah, okay, I can do that, and then you can be back in. There we are. She's coming downstairs. I'm quite hot in this dressing gown now. That water bottle was brilliant, you know. Used to snigger at all people when I was young, thinking, hot water bottle. But I couldn't live without one now. Happy New Year, everyone. That's just Lisa, Nutmeg. Yeah, it goes on and on, as you can imagine, for at least half an hour, possibly. Oh, depends how much money people have got, I suppose, to burn. Actually, we bought about 40 euros worth one year, and they were gone in 60 seconds. You know, thought it lasts longer than that. I've invested in fleecy blankets, very cold. Yes, fleecy blankets are very good. I mean, look at the Continental quilt when that came along. Marvellous. We had blankets before that, sheets. Do you remember them? And you were always freezing in bed. And then along came the duvet, the Continental quilt.
Oh, are you using your hot water bottle?
No, I got too hot.
Do you know, my granddad had those clay hot water bottles that always leaked.
Oh, with the stopper. Stopper was always perished, wasn't it?
Oh, that's quite nice, actually, after being up there. There's a keen easterly wind.
Could
you actually see the photographs? I mean,
the fireworks. Yes, we could.
It's firework war, basically. There's a contest, an unofficial one between La Linea and Gibraltar, and we won again this year. Basically, the entire town. God knows how much they spend on them, because we went to buy fireworks. Oh, I've got a funny story about Graham fireworks. Benji, years ago, said, can we get some fireworks? And they've got a big firework warehouse here. I come from a town, Lewis. They take fireworks very seriously, and this town's pretty good for it as well. Anyway, it's so expensive. You go in and you queue up, and they give you a catalogue with the prices. And we spent about 60 or 70 euros just on sparklers. And then another 60 or 70 on some sort of Catherine wheel things. And you were letting them off on the roof. You insisted on wearing your German helmet, which was just as well as it happened. And Ben and I were on the very top roof.
Safety.
You were on the roof where I just was. And one of them fell over, which sent some others over. Do you not remember? Yeah. And all the Catherine wheels, and you were getting blown up. And me and Ben were in hysterics watching him crouching into the fetal position, pulling his German helmet down.
It was like being in the trenches. It thing fell over. It had about, I don't know, 12 shots. And it was going boom, boom. And every time it went boom, it moved to a different position.
Yeah, it was spinning.
Good job I wore my helmet, I can tell you. I was out there really fast.
Yeah, Ben said, it's just as well you wore that after all. We shouldn't have laughed at you.
I had some goggles as well, big goggles. And, it's just...
I think we've got it on video, actually.
Have we?
Yeah, I think Ben videoed it, put it on TikTok. I think that was a rather successful one, actually.
Jolly good.
So happy New Year, everyone! It's New Year here in Spain. Well, Europe. Apart from Portugal. Portugal's on UK time.
Portugal and the UK, they've got an hour to go. Well, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll have to fix all those clocks.
Curlew says, I live next to the village where Guy Fawkes was born and lived. They don't celebrate bonfire night.
No.
Talking about fireworks, that is.
Well, as Greg explained before, the town I come from, bonfire nights are a big thing. Biggest thing in the world, Lewis.
Yes, it is.
But not because of Guy
It goes back before Guy Fawkes. It goes back to burning all the Catholics, but let's not go into that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like that these days. Actually, it's all quite. Last time we went, it was quite new age.
Is it gone woke?
Yeah, it had. They used to have pearly kings and queens when I was a kid. They, for anyone who doesn't know what a pearly king and queen is, they used to get the women would get a black suit jacket, black skirt, and a white shirt. And they would sew little pearl buttons all over it in a design really quite fancy, and a kind of a cowboy hat. And the men wore a black suit and sewed. And pearly kings and queens are cockneys from London, as I understand it. Pretty sure they are.
From Pearly's thing.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But Pearly's not really central London.
I don't really know because
Wasn't a good lie. Oh, no, that was Surbiton.
Surbiton, yes.
Yeah.
Fireworks night can be quite scary. Lewis fireworks, Imogen. Yeah, you've been to Lewis, Imogen, obviously.
Yeah,
when you live
it's a big thing. There are bonfire societies there, and they fundraise all year.
Yeah. There was like as you go up the hill, was it cliff?
Yeah.
There was embankments on both sides, so you get crowds of people on both sides firing fireworks at each other. That's where I got the idea for the helmet and the goggles.
They used to have, well, they do. They have a big bonfire like the size of this room, and at the end, some of the people get quite drunk, and then they have this contest to see who can run over the bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, people have fallen into the fire, and then come bursting out, running out on fire the other side, going. And everyone rolls all over. It was quite dangerous.
And they used to fill a wheelbarrow full of fire, didn't they, and push it down.
Yeah,
and they'd be burning themselves while they're running with it.
And kids would throw fireworks into the burning barrel and into the wheelbarrow. And yes, they'd roll barrels that were on fire as well.
It's a very dangerous place, Lewis. You know, you take your kids there thinking it's going to be a fireworks display, and they're all scared shitless. They want to go home.
Most of the accidents happen on the train because it's very difficult to get the train to Lewis on bonfire night, and some people go on top of the train because they can't get tickets and lay flat. And you know the fucking tunnels.
Tunnels aren't high enough.
Oh yes, it's a strange old town, Lewis. We used to have a bonfire party every year.
If you go to Trafalgar Square in London tonight in half an hour, you get people who climb the fountain and they dive in.
Oh,
and me and Fiona have been there. It's like 8 inches deep, but it was around the edges where we were looking, and we thought, how can you dive into that? It's just they knock themselves out, and people have died jumping into the fountain.
Yes.
You think, well, surely to God you can see.
I was talking about Cliff. Cliff was invite only firework display. I was driving through the tunnel when Cliff fireworks started one year ago. The sound ricocheted through the tunnel. Yes. I mean, Bonfire Society is very competitive, and at my dad's solicitor's office, some of the staff were members of like Lamport Bonfire Society, others Cliff, there's Neville Bonfire Society, that all the estates.
He does.
No, all his staff were, and they were quite competitive with each other. All the surrounding estates, Cliff is not really an estate. Lamport is, Neville is, and they're very competitive to see who can put on You can hear this place. This will carry on. They're only just getting warmed up, people.
Last 20 minutes in. Yes. Trevor says he urinated in the fountain at Trafalgar Square.
Did you? What, in broad daylight? Good gracious.
Well, Jen's just asked him for the lurid details. So,
Why don't you drop a link and then you can tell us all about it?
I don't know. Do you want to?
We could do that.
Do you want to tell everybody, Trevor, or not? I don't know. I'll put a link up.
We could put a link and then
I could send you a link on WhatsApp if you want to come on. Just say.
you need to click on the comments.
I am looking. I'm looking for one to click on. Every little helps, Red Squirrel. I'm sure the people. Better things to do than listen to your tales of urinating in a fountain. Ah, there we go. Then Kilpatrick, True Scouser.
Oh, apparently you're not a Scouser.
Who?
You.
Why?
Trolls.
Trolls said, okay.
You're lying. Because sometimes you've got a posh voice, southern accent.
It's true.
Sometimes you're woolly back.
It's true.
And sometimes you're Scouse. And your brother is definitely not a Scouser, according to the
Well,
child.
there you go.
I think they bought a copy of his birth certificate.
I was born at Oxford Street Maternity Hospital. It's not actually a maternity hospital anymore, but it's still there. It's now student accommodation for the University of Liverpool, and it is situated between the two cathedrals. So you don't get more of a Scouser than that. It's not like being a Plazzy from Birkenhead, you know, or Fazakerley. I used to wind people up who were born in Fazakerley Hospital. Oh, you're not real Scouser, are you?
Well,
and they bite sometimes.
We'll have to produce your birth certificate.
If you were born in Liverpool, you're a Scouser. You know, I just tease people about born between the two cathedrals. Just makes me more of a Scouser.
When I first met you, I couldn't quite place your accent because his mum and dad split up. So his dad stayed. His dad got a job with Gas Board, so he moved to Whitworth. But his mum moved down south, so he'd spend half his time up north and half his time down south. So,
well, you know, I'd come home from school. My dad was an officer in the Royal Air Force, and I'd come home and go, all of yous did this and did that. He goes, I beg your pardon, young man. All of yous, yous are female sheep, aren't they? Or
I used to get
something like that. All of you. So I got told off for going chicken and things like this, you know, it's true. So I never really had a particularly strong Scouse accent.
I had the same problem, Graham, because the first school I went to, Kingscliff, I'm sure the trolls can look that one up, it doesn't exist anymore, but the children had very, very strong Brighton accents. And I'd go home and go, what? You know, all right. And again, my dad would go, it's what? Not what? Talking like that. So I learned that when I was at school, I would talk one way, and at home, I would talk another way.
It's called variable dialect.
It is,
and
yes.
Evertonians speak even more different. You can tell someone's an Evertonian.
Do you want some help here?
Yeah, it's a bit
old man.
If you could chop that off somewhere. No, I'm only joking about it.
That's because you've started moving around now. Sure, you don't want this hot water.
Yeah. No, Ria said, I'll just spell busies. I don't know. They just call the police the busies. Well, they call them all the normal, horrible names. But, one thing I never really understood about Liverpool, and we've got a few Scousers in tonight, so maybe they can enlighten me. The down by the pier, not the pier, the museum and that main road that goes down to the town road, just off there was a place called the Bridewell, and it was a jail. It was a big horrible jail. I mean, they've changed it now into yuppie flats. All the yuppies live there, and they have wine bars, Filofaxes and all that. But where did the name Bridewell come from? Because it was the dockers' jail, you know, back in the day. I just don't know how that name came about, the Bridewell. I mean, everyone was in fear of the Bridewell, but I don't know where the name came from. So if anyone knows, could you please pop it in the comments?
No, I haven't got any New Year's resolutions. I've just been looking at some other people. Other people's. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ria. Like when you hear yourself, your voice played back. I don't like my voice at all. Oh, here we go. We're in for a treat. He's going to tell us a story. Story time.
Oh, you forgot to get your star out. You got a star last year from
What
Trafalgar
star?
Square. The bathroom on like an ornament.
Do you know, I don't know where that
It's
is.
in the drawer. I forgot all about it. We bought it last year. Just before.
Well,
I was in Trafalgar Square.
The
Yes, by the library. It's the
Well,
library.
the reason I bought it was really to make room cozy while we were in
Yeah.
the accommodation, and it worked.
Trevor, you've got the link.
Psychologically, I like lighting.
On WhatsApp.
Painting with light. Oh, we've got an answer about Bridewell. The name
St. Bride's Well in London.
Oh.
Near which the first Bridewell Palace was built. I wonder why they named a prison after a palace.
Imogen, you've got a very ssimilar accent to me, and I bet you had the same thing, because even at I can't remember where you went to school, at St Mary's Hall, you were at Brighton and Hove High. The kids had very, very strong Brighton accents, which a lot of people confuse for Cockney. But then, of course, you go home and it's, oh, here we are.
There we go. No, I can do.
Hi. I've been watching your chat. Actually, it's very interesting. Your chat. You've got a nice little community around you. Actually, so it's nice to see the chat. There's a few things in your chat which I'm baffled at. But it's nice. I mean, yeah. There's just there's your conversation happening here, and there's like a different world in the chat, isn't there?
Yes.
That's because we can't keep up with all the comments.
Yes.
Excuses for our failing.
That's part of what's lovely. I thought about doing a video, just videoing the fire. And then uploading it so everybody can chat.
I don't know if that would work. It probably won't.
Let us know, people, if you'd like that.
Trevor's changed out of his tux.
He's in his pajamas.
Yeah, I won't ask you to stand
I'm not.
up. I won't ask you to.
This is just a shirt. It's a Hawaiian shirt. It's what I call my Gibraltar shirt.
Did you buy it in Gibraltar?
No, mate, I didn't.
No. Well, maybe you come down for a bit longer next time.
Yeah, it was a present. Gwen bought me it as a present actually about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. But
it's good. It's looking good.
I've gave your link out to someone else, by the way, Graham.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, you can be forgiven. As long as it's someone cool.
Oh no, that's too much pressure.
Hey.
Hi, Hong Kong. Tell us your story,
Hong
Trevor.
Kong.
I need to make fun of this with Fiona.
Which story?
Yeah, so you peed in the fountain at Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, it was many years ago.
What time
Okay.
of day?
That's it, is it?
Sundays? Why?
It sounds awful now. I mean, I sometimes should just keep my mouth shut. It was
Illegal.
It was illegal, but at the time, I have an excuse.
Well, it is.
I'm sure.
At the time, I had a genuine excuse, and that was the fact that I was drunk.
Oh,
I figured you were going to say that, but I didn't want to jump the gun, but it's a valid excuse.
I was leaving.
weird if you were completely sober and just peed in a fountain.
Yeah, identify as a hose pipe. Okay.
Yeah. But did you notice how shallow it is?
When you were urinating.
I mean, maybe it
I'm
gets
gonna be
deeper
honest.
towards the middle, but we were looking around the edge and it looked pretty shallow to me. I wouldn't want to dive in there.
Graham, I was talking about
Urinating
it
them out.
must have been about 2 o'clock in the morning though when this happened, and
Oh,
I
right.
do believe, but there was a lot of us coming across Trafalgar Square at the time, and
Well, I'm sure, Trevor, you were not the first one to do that or the last.
well, I did try and pee in it. I think I peed on myself and I fell in it.
Well, women could just sit on the edge and no one would know, would they?
Not if you identify as a female. I mean, there's loads of reasons. Graham, that you could.
Yeah.
I've actually done
Let's not
worse,
go there.
Trevor. I've done worse. But
Oh,
I'm not.
tell us, Fiona. Tell us.
Oh, come on, you committed yourself now.
Come on. Tell
Yes,
us what
Fiona.
you've done.
There's a place in Brighton called Bartholomew Square,
I know.
which is where the town hall is.
That's right.
And they tried to make, well, they have made it like Roman columns. And I was out on the rouse one night, and there's always a queue at the ladies' live in the nightclubs and stuff, and we were between clubs. And my mate said, just go behind one of these big Roman pillars. Well, it's in the middle of a fucking square, but it was late. And you know what it's like, Jen, when ladies start, we can't just stop.
Yeah, exactly.
And then some people started to come. And my friend said, oh my God, there's people coming. So I had to sort of scoot along. And some more people came. And I was like, oh my God. And it was going on forever.
Yeah.
Until I'd done a complete revolution of this pillar.
I was one of those horrible people that pulled the camera out, taking pictures and laughing. Back in the parachute age, we did all kind of horrible things to people. But yeah.
You're not clicking on.
Come on, Jen, what's your story? You must have a story now.
Oh God, I'm trying.
All your life.
I have stage fright, so I don't think I've peed anywhere interesting.
That's disappointing. I'm sure you had a good story about that as well.
I'm sure. I'm trying to rack my brain. I know. I guess I need to drink more.
Well, that is part of it. If you drink sensibly, you don't have that problem.
I know. Believe me, I do dumb stuff constantly, but I can't think of where I've.
Hey, we all do dumb stuff constantly. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Oh no, it's just typical Tuesday for me.
It's like when someone says, "Tell me a joke," and you think, "Oh, brain freeze."
Exactly. Yeah, I did stand-up comedy for a long time. And when you tell people that you're a stand-up, they say, tell me a joke. And it's like,
yeah. So it doesn't work like that. It's got to be spontaneous. It's called wit. Something you don't have.
It's much more fun.
You've got to follow it up by something you don't have.
It's more fun to
Not you, the person you're talking. Yeah. So that was a quote from Blackadder, by the way. I didn't make that one up myself.
Well, you can take credit for it because I didn't know. I
did take credit for it, and I
got it right at the end.
Yes.
Most embarrassing moment of your life, Trevor?
Oh, probably being arrested in front of my neighbours.
Oh, don't say that. Rubbing his hands
in your underpants.
I don't know. I mean,
you'll rev him up again. You'll keep him going for another couple of years.
Listen, that's nothing. I don't know. I've got a plethora of embarrassing moments that it's really hard to pick one out. I mean, yeah. I've got my life's an embarrassment. I mean, what do you want me to pick from it?
I had a friend I worked with at a factory, and we were all comparing embarrassing stories, and she swore she could beat us all, and she did. She said when she was like 17, she was living at home. She had a boyfriend. She said, "Oh, of course we were having sex." And my mum kind of my mum had said, "Don't have sex." So then her mum would make loads of noise. "I'm coming up the stairs. I'm bringing a cup of tea." So the boyfriend got out of bed, got dressed like dead quick. They smoothed the bed out, and they're like sitting there dead relaxed as the mother comes in, and he's got his legs crossed. And his pants were on his trainers.
Oh my God.
That's bad. In front of your mum.
Oh.
And the mum put the tray of sandwiches and tea down and was like looking down at this guy's. And as he had his legs crossed, it was the foot that he was swinging that had the pants on it.
So my mom watches a lot of stuff I do. So Mom, turn this off.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Cover your ears, Mom.
Similar. Didn't realize I put my dress on inside out, getting dressed quickly at my parents' house. My mom is the one that told me you have your dress on.
I do that all the time, actually.
She goes out. That's her job. She doesn't care.
Yeah, I noticed sometimes. I went to the Chinos the other day, and the Chinese lady was laughing at me, and I thought, "What? I think you were here, actually, Trevor." And I got home, and Graham said your clothes are on inside out.
Yes.
Yeah, I had gone upstairs though with my dress normal, then came back down.
Yeah.
Come on, Trevor. Come on.
Go on, Trevor. Did you put your dress on inside out too?
No, I've only worn a dress a couple of times. I know how to do it.
Oh, you told us, yeah.
There was, right, before I got married, when I was a young soldier, I think I was about maybe 21, 22. Young, stupid soldier. I'm now just a stupid adult, but that was a stupid young lad. And there was a girl that I was seeing, that I was dating in Canterbury called Alexandra.
Right.
And she looked beautiful. She reminded me of, I'm going to she had short dark hair. She wore little glasses, and she reminded me of, she looked like Cat Slater from EastEnders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know.
And I thought, oh, wow, she was really attractive. And I thought, wow. Anyway, I started dating her. And there was, as you get older, and as you go through the ranks in the military, you go from a 4-man room to a 3-man room, and then you get your own room. You really do. Like, right? So, but I was in reconnaissance platoon in 1 Royal Irish in Canterbury Barracks. And I was the bottom floor. And facing my bunk was a guy called Fish. Paul Haddock, actually. But his nickname was Fish. And I remember, this is just a crazy, I don't want to go into this in too much detail, but we were in bed. And the weird thing is... Pardon?
Taking a nap, right? Nothing else.
No, we were having sex, Jennifer. But she gripped me on the shoulders, and her big long nails dug in really, really hard. And I said, "Are you about to?" And she just got off and stood against the wall with her arms folded. And she just looked at me. And I was like, no, I didn't realize my mates were outside the door. As they do. It's a military camp. She got off and she says, "No, Trevor, I don't come. I arrive." And when she said that, I looked at her stunned, and I heard all the soldiers bursting out laughing because they were listening at the door.
At least you're wearing the wardrobe with spiles.
Don't.
No, nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with us.
Someone I know.
That was, I think I was 22 or 23 then. I was just a young lad, but yeah, it's opened up my eyes to a lot of things. I was like, what? I'd never heard that expression before, and I haven't heard it since.
So then, without getting super awkward, are you able to finish after that? I think I just feel like, okay, I'm good.
No, that's not the end of it, wouldn't it? We're just,
I would imagine so, but you know.
oh, let's have a cup of tea and some
Yes,
toast.
exactly. Let's
I've
arrive.
got to be honest, I was dead from the neck down and dead from the neck up. I was like, what?
Okay.
It's quite weird, isn't it? But yeah, that was strange.
Funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, Graham and Fiona, you were hinting at something. What happened? Come on, we're telling
Oh,
stories.
no, it
She's
really
punching
isn't.
me. Did you see that?
No, it really, I was not. It was, oh, Graham, you love to play the victim, don't
I
you?
do not. I do
Oh
not.
my God. No, it's someone that we know. Who is, it's a shocking story, and I couldn't tell it. I couldn't on YouTube.
Well, which story was that?
Your brother and his mate, Nick.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
We
I'll
should,
tell that one. It's far too
oh
disgusting.
God, it was hard enough to get them to fess up about the story of the Pixies when his brother came over.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you might not have heard that one, Jen.
No, I don't think so.
Really,
You have to
really.
rewind it. I'm not telling it
No,
again.
I can tell the story of the Pixies.
No, not now.
Did you see that
No,
one,
no.
Trevor?
Pardon?
The story of the Pixies.
No.
Sure. It's a try.
No, I insist. You'll have to go back and watch it. The interview with my brother.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We gave the story out, and
They can't
no,
repeat it.
it was really embarrassing. I'm not repeating that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite enough. Telling the story once.
Graham's
He's
put his foot
going to go
down.
and look at it now. He's going to go and look at it now.
Fiona, what's just happened there? I mean, out of all the long time I've known you and Graham, that's the first time he's put his foot down.
It's the first time you've seen me put my foot down. I pretend to be submissive all the time, most of the time.
Oh, I know. He rules the roost here in the house. It's like, oh, you couldn't get us a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I sit back down. Well, you couldn't get me this, could you? I think, yeah, sure, mate. I get it. I sit back down. Oh, you couldn't just put another log on the fire. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, for fuck's sake, anything else? Well,
I definitely do that
oh
for
God,
you.
yeah. Oh, Graham's a little tyrant, aren't you?
No,
Do you want your bottles
no, I'm good.
replenished at the moment?
No, I'm good.
But then he loves to pretend on YouTube that he's hard done by, don't you? That's your thing, isn't it?
I've seen your boots, Fiona. I don't believe Graham's in charge. Not with those boots.
Honestly, she'd make a brilliant dominatrix. I've been begging her for years, but she's not into it.
No, I'm
Can you
not.
imagine it with the bondage, with all the chains and the whips and everything? She'd be wicked, wouldn't she?
We've all seen
People pay extra for that, you know.
We've all seen the photographs, Graham. Thanks to you, the world has
That's
seen
right.
Fiona.
Only in my dreams.
Yes, I'm sorry, Graham.
mind.
Disappointment on that front.
No, not at all. I mean, no one's perfect.
Look at Fiona. Fiona's got a mouth like chocolate. Chocolate wouldn't melt.
Oh, don't you start saying things like that. You're getting his hopes up again.
Oh my God! Don't.
He's only just finished wiping all the sick out of his flat cap.
Oh, don't, right. Anyway, we won't intend to come on for long. And it is the new year now, and it will be the new year in the UK
Oh, it will.
in
20 minutes, 15
17
minutes. And I bet
minutes.
someone is going to go live
yes.
from Trafalgar Square, and you can see all the idiots jumping in Trafalgar Square and getting all hyperventilated and getting really excited at the fact that, as H.C. Tudor pointed out earlier on your life, that the date's just changed.
Mhm.
You think, okay, it's a new year, but I mean, is it really that?
Well,
Should we dive in the Trafalgar Square fountain from the top, you know, and break our necks and finish up in
there's
hospital?
actually a great film about New Year's Eve. I think it is the two princesses, Elizabeth and Margaret, the late Queen and her sister. It's fucking awesome film. Have you seen it, Trevor? It was like, oh, that's right. It was after the war ended, and they both went. It's a true story as well. At the time, they said, "No, this never happened," but actually, it did happen.
Did it?
They asked their parents if they could go out incognito and be with the people.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
and I think
yeah,
it's
yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube, the full film. They went to the Ritz for champagne and stuff, and they slipped out.
Oh,
Princess Margaret was in Trafalgar Square.
It was on The Crown, wasn't it? One of the episodes.
No, it's not The Crown. It's a film. Oh, come on, people in the comments. Do you know the name of the film? Oh, you'd love it. You'd
wanna
love
watch
it.
It's true. They sent them out.
Because Margaret would have been. It's kind of comedy. They put a comedy spin. on
Yeah,
it.
they were dancing
Is
with
it Ralph?
common people.
Is it King Ralph?
no.
No.
No, that's a silly movie about.
Yeah. Look. Charles Beware has just said, and it's a really funny film. I might watch it. Tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna write
It's
that
a
down.
brilliant film. It's about how they both got out of the palace after the war. Yeah.
It was VE Day. Everyone was celebrating and getting drunk, and they went to Trafalgar Square. They were partying all over London, apparently.
And you've got it. A royal night out. There we
Got
go.
it.
Christy, is it on YouTube?
Royal Night.
I don't know.
Because it's a lovely film.
Oh, I'd love to watch that. Thank you, Fiona. I love it. I wrote that
Well
down.
worth watching. It is.
And at the time when it came out, there were a load of royal sycophants really going,
Thanks, Christine.
that never happened. Her Majesty would never
Yeah.
behave like that.
Yeah.
The Princess
Oh.
Royal would never do that. And then it came out later. Yes, it did bloody well happen.
She got on the Queen got on a bus, and she didn't have any money for a ticket. And some sailor to pay for a ticket.
And there was a punch up as well. She was with some soldiers, and she kind of liked this guy. And he was getting arrested or something. And she said, "Put him down." And they went, "Who the hell are you?" And she said, "I'm Princess Elizabeth." And they all went, "Oh my God." They all realised it was her.
Oh
I
my
mean, whether that detail actually happened or not, I don't know. But it's a really, really good
She never went out on her own again.
Oh yeah, I guess not. I wrote that
Yeah.
down. I'm excited to watch it.
You're grounded, lady.
Well, I heard another story about the Queen that when they were in the Outer Hebrides,
Oh yes, yeah.
Britannia, they would go ashore, and she was walking in the countryside, and she saw a man laying down with binoculars looking at Britannia. And she said, "What are you doing?" And he went, "You know, bugger off. I'm looking to see if I can see Her Majesty the Queen." And the Queen went, "Oh, okay, good luck with that." And just walked off. The fella had no idea she was standing behind him.
There's a video on YouTube of some guys cycling and they bumped into the king.
Oh, I saw in Scotland. Yes.
Just walking the hills, and they went, "Oh, hello, Your Majesty." Oh, wow, look, cameras out. You go,
Yes.
"Oh, hello."
So you
On
see,
his own, you say,
the
"Wow."
real royals don't worry about security.
Exactly. Yep.
That is that lady. Right. Trolls beware, I don't play.
Oh,
I know-
Lisa!
It's Lisa Perch, isn't it? Yes, I know who it is.
Lisa! Oh my God, that's Lisa is the one who's been driving the trolls fucking crazy over on X. She's been confronting them with facts and saying, "Prove it."
Where's your receipts?
Prove it.
Man, you haven't got the
And-
other. Hey.
I don't know why I keep saying they, but he's been like, "You've just got to take my word. Phone Suffolk Police. Phone them and they'll tell you. They'll back me up. I know they'll." That's Lisa. Lisa is a bloody legend. They all are. Catherine the
That's
Great.
awesome.
There's a whole team of them over on Blair as well. They've all been in the trenches.
Anyway, we've got to let these guys go because 10 minutes to
Yes.
London. 10 minutes to London, the fireworks. So if you want to check London Out Live, Trafalgar
Yep.
Square, which is always, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking for it now. It's
I'm going to
always
go
a
check. So,
My New
listen,
Year's
guys.
is in 6 hours, so I expect you all to stay awake and party with me.
no
Well,
chance.
listen,
No chance.
I'm gonna pop out for a few minutes.
Thank
I'm gonna say Happy New Year to my mother and father, and then I'm gonna pop back in.
Well, we won't be here.
Oh, we're going to end the live. But maybe
Yeah.
you should go live for UK New
Yeah,
Year.
yeah. See if you can.
No.
Are you allowed to do that?
I've done my live stream in the past. I'm not going to do another one. I mean, I'd run out of things to say on my own live stream, and I'll end up swearing, and I'll end up. It'll just
Calling
fall
him a
apart, Fiona.
Ginger Fiona.
Or putting a dress on and a bra.
I swear.
Jesus, Fiona. I thought you were revealing something there.
What are you shouting at? I'm shouting at this thick idiot on the telly.
Oh, we can't
You know.
take Graham to the cinema because he gets all excited. He's like, "Look, he's behind you."
Started again. He's going to wake up in a minute.
Oh my
Finish him
God.
off.
Me and the kids are like, "No, never again. We're not taking Graham anywhere."
It's true. It's true. I'm a terrible.
You were getting all animated yesterday about something.
I was not.
Yes, you were.
I was not. Oh, it was that loon that kidnapped that woman, and she was trying to
Oh,
get away.
Graham was shouting and shouting at the telly.
And she had a wheel brace, and she bonked him on the head. And I thought, well, he's going to wake up again in a minute.
Shh, calm down.
Finish him off. And she's like, calm down, shut up. Scream movie.
Fucking neighbours. I don't know what they must say.
Oh,
Anyway, thank you all very, very, very much. And I hope all your dreams come true.
Happy New Year, everybody.
And
Happy New
Wally.
Year, gentlemen.
Happy New Year, Wally.
Yes, Wally's back. She's making
She's
a few
uploading
videos.
some
So
videos now. Bless her.
excellent. Good night, and may your God go with you.
Happy New Year, everybody.